Long Violent History by Tyler Childers will be played in standard tuning, and it comes out of G-shape formation. The guitar itself is kind of difficult to make out in this song. The song itself is heavily padded with fiddle, and I think some mandolin you hear in there, but there's definitely a guitar. It's in the left channel. If you put in earbuds, you can hear it in the left channel. So the song itself is a waltz. It's in 3/4, meaning the count will be 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. The strumming pattern for most of these chords, if not all of them, will be a simple kind of like down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Slowly down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 down. Because it's in 3/3, some of the movements may feel as though they're happening quickly, like they're happening on the upbeat, but really that's just because the 3/3 or the 3/4 format sounds quicker because it's happening one beat quicker than 4/4, which is usually what songs are in. So the song itself, we've got, it begins on a G chord. I've got my ring finger on the 6th string 3 fret. My ring finger blocks out the 5 string. I've got an open 4 string, open 3, open 2, and pinky finger pulled back to the 1 string 3 fret. In the G chord, I'll be alternating between the 6th string and the open 4 string. So 6, down, down, up, 4, down, down, up, 6, down, down, 4, down, down, and 6. In the intro, I also feel like I can hear the guitar going. That last little lick, I don't know that it's doing that, but that feels like something Tyler Childers usually does, leading back into a G. So the way that you would do that is 6th string, 4 string, 6th string, and then hammer on with your 2nd finger to the 4 string 2 fret. Then open up the 4 string, and then that is 1st finger on the 5 string 1 fret, hammer on with your 2nd finger to the 5 string 2 fret, and then pull off 2 5 string open, and then ring finger comes back to the 6th string 3 fret. And then this begins the verse. So the verse will be a G chord, alternating between 6th string and 4th string in our waltz pattern. And then it waltz. I feel like it makes sense to walk it to a C chord. That would be moving with your 2nd finger to the 5 string 2 fret, and then a standard C chord. I've got my ring finger on the 6th string 3 fret, pinky finger on the 5 string 3 fret, 2nd finger on the 4 string 2 fret, open 3 string, 1st finger on the 2 string 1 fret, open 1 string. So I've gone G chord, walking to the C chord, and then immediately back to the G chord. Repeat the G chord, and then G, walk to a D chord, D major. The D major will be an open 4 string, 1st finger on the 3 string 2 fret, ring finger on the 2 string 3 fret, 2nd finger on the 1 string 2 fret. You're going to walk to this D chord out of your G chord by going, that would be 6 string 3 fret, 1st finger to the 5 string 2 fret, 2nd finger to the 5 string 3 fret, and then into your D chord. So after this D chord, it comes back into the G chord, then back to the C chord, back to the G chord, to the G chord again, and then D chord and G chord. After this G chord of the first verse, I feel like I can hear the guitar go. And you can hear that in the left channel if you're listening for the acoustic guitars, where the acoustic guitar is. So what that does is the G goes to a G7, and the way that I do that is I can hear that hammer-on happening on the 4th string, from the 4th string 2 fret to the 4th string 3 fret. So I'll put my 2nd finger out of this G formation, put my 2nd finger on the 4th string 2 fret, hit it, and then immediately hammer with my pinky finger to the 4th string 3 fret. And then I can hear the open 3 string, hammer on to the 3 string 2 fret with your 2nd finger, and then open up the 3 string. So that G7 out of the G major to the G7 sounds like this very slowly. Even slower. And then after that opening of the 3 string, it goes into what I guess is the chorus. And that will be a C chord. And in the C chord, you'll be emphasizing the 5 string to the 6 string, and then to the G chord. And then G chord, walk back up to the D chord, back down to the G chord, to the C chord, to the G chord, G chord, to the D chord, to the G chord. A couple more nuanced things is that in the G chord, I feel like it makes sense to, from time to time, pull into that 6 string 3rd fret by going 6 string 2 fret to 6 string 3 fret. Also, sometimes in the D chord, I feel like it makes sense to play a D7. Again, it's not perfectly clear what the acoustic guitar is doing in this song for all of the other layering of tracks, but it makes sense that it might be D7 all the time or some of the time. The way that D7 would be played is open 4 string, 2nd finger on the 3 string 2 fret, 1st finger on the 2 string 1 fret, ring finger on the 1 string 2 fret. You would still alternate open 4 to the open 5. Sometimes in the G chord, I feel like instead of alternating between the 6 string 3 fret and the open 4 string, sometimes it might alternate between the 6 string 3 fret and the 5 string 2 fret. Like if we're moving to a D, like again. So pretty standard waltz with really open, fun chords. Those are the chords and movements that you need to know for Long Violent History by Tyler Childers. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.